G'day mates, welcome back to the Quincy Sports Podcast. Today, we will be talking about the freshman phenom Zion Williamson and how good he will be at the University of Duke. Side note, these are the cheapest Walmart sunglasses of all time. I could barely see 10 feet. Anyway, Zion Williamson and how good he will be at Duke. Now, we're going to go over strengths and weaknesses. I say we start with strengths, then we'll move on to the weaknesses, and then we'll look at Duke as a whole. Definite strength is going to be the height, and just speaking of strength is just strength. He's a really strong guy that is just an absolute bully in the post, and is definitely going to be a threat there. There's also and I'm sure all of you have seen his dunks in college, and even the one he did at Duke practice where he dunked from the free throw line. So he's definitely going to be an absolute bully in the paint. He's pretty fast for a big guy. I mean, I saw a study, not really a study. He is bigger than he's bigger than I think 80% of NBA players. The dude is a monster. He's 245 pounds. That's a big dude to deal with in the post. So, that's an obvious strength. He's bigger than most college guys. And he has good speed for a big guy, too. So strengths can be dunking, under the rim, rebounding also. He's a rebounding monster. And stuff like that. Now, let's get into weaknesses, if we can find any. Shooting, as in shooting, is pretty weak. It's almost non-existent. And the free throws, I'm not seeing it. However, I don't think that's going to be that much of a problem. And I think he could actually be a really good threat. And along with Duke having the number one recruiting class, they're going to be really tough to beat next year. Definitely, I think they'll probably be the preseason number one seed. But I'm not really sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But that's going to be probably happening. And he's definitely going to be, I think, the number one option on the Duke team. And he reminds me a lot of... Now, I'm not trying to jump to a super big conclusion. I'm just saying his traits remind me of Shaq a little bit. I'm not saying he's going to be anywhere close to as good as Shaq. It's just big guy, pretty heavy, can dunk, rebound. That's not that good at shooting. But I think height is an unteachable trait. I mean, I wish I could teach myself how to be taller. I'm a freshman and I'm 4'5". But then again, and the strength and his weight is actually going to kind of help him. And I don't think his weight's slowing him down that much. So I do think he can help with that. And for the weaknesses, I think he could maybe develop a little bit of a jump shot, but he's probably not even going to need to do it that much. All in all, I think Zion's going to be a very good player, but when he gets to the NBA, I think he'll be a pretty good player. I don't think he'll be a standout material. I'm not as high on Zion as a lot of people are. I think he'll be a good player. He'll get the job done. He'll probably go top 10 in the NBA draft. But I don't think he's going to turn into an NBA superstar, although I do think he'll be a solid option. I'm not living up to all the hype, but I do think he's going to be a solid player, and I think Duke's got to be the favorites for this year's national championship. If you guys have any thoughts on Zion, go to the comments. I will respond to you. And, yeah, guys, I have another video planned for today, maybe two, if I have time. It's who's the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL.